Hi everybody, welcome to the Divine Feminine reading of the spread that I haven't thought of a name yet for. Thank you so much for joining me. Hello, welcome if you're new, welcome if you've been here for a while as well. It's great to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you everybody for your likes, for your shares, your comments, your emails to me. I love reading them all. I love reading the comments as well. And everyone who's subscribed. Special thanks to everyone who's donated as well. It really does touch my heart. And of course, everyone who I have done a reading for. It's just my absolute privilege to be able to do it. So thanks so much, basically. Sorry, it's taken me a little bit of time to get back to people. I've been a little bit overwhelmed with this yoga course. It's a tiny bit stressful actually, because I still am not officially on the course. I'm on it, but I've still got some visa stuff to sort out, and because everything's been left so late, it's literally going to go down to the wire. So fingers crossed. I have a feeling that everything's going to be fine. I'm just surrendered to it, really. So let's carry on with the reading. And let me just quickly explain for those of you that don't know. This top row is about the kind of what's projected onto the outside, or what's in the forefront of our minds, and this is more the subconscious and what's underlying that conscious thought, or conscious projection that we're trying to do. It can also be what we're trying to achieve versus what's really going on underneath, what's really driving us. So and this is also to do with the physical, the emotional, the energetic, and the mental bodies. So that's what they're all divided into. Let's start with what is being projected in the physical. So 10 of Wands, burden, hard work. What I'm getting from this is many Divine Feminines have really been confronted with how much of a load they have actually had to carry, and also how much further they have to go. Not only do they have to get up here, and this is a twin flame reading, so this is almost like the twin flame union. They've got to climb up all these stairs once they get there as well. So it's very much kind of, but it's also ascension. It's also, a challenge. It's also getting stronger. It's also a sense of achievement. It's not something that everyone can do, but they've really, really been confronted with this kind of realization of, maybe a lot of things that they've been carrying for a long time and they haven't been aware of. I'm getting, because of the Cancer moon, lots of childhood issues, etc., and also realizations about maybe how much they've been carrying and how much burden and weight and pressure they were put under by relationships, by their twin, all sorts of things, and they took it all. So this is kind of like coming to a completion as well. Like if they want, they can put those things down, and if they want, they can carry them up, but they are strong enough to do either, and they have the ability to do either. So that's what's kind of but some of them are a little bit confused about it. Some of them are just like, oh my God, it's so difficult. It's such a challenge. And they're getting overwhelmed by it. So there's a lot of overwhelm here as well. A lot of overwhelm. This person, yeah, they do look a little bit kind of, doubled under by all of this. But there's two things there. There's the challenge, the strength. And that it's working hard as well. Whoops. It's very much to do with hard work, but this is what's underlying it. It's this way around. So we've got the Ace of Wands, which is passion, new starts, and the Four of Wands, which is obviously the marriage, the twin flame card. This is what's driving it. It's all to do with wands. It's all to do with energy. It's all to do with, and the energy here is something that's been, it's like the energetic blueprint is what I'm getting. So this is very much the plan. This is almost like the start. This is the manifestation. This is like this is the goal. It's almost like this is the bottom, this is the top of that flight of stairs that the 10 of Wands is going. So however hard you're working, it's because you want to start manifesting things. You want that passion, you want that real kind of new start, and you want this, you want the union, you want the happiness, and it's there. The funny thing is, I'm also getting that in terms of it already exists. You're just moving towards it. So this happiness, this union with whoever it is, I know many people see it as the 1111, and I'm seeing, yes, this is a number 1, so it is 11, 4 of these, which is 1111, so Ace of Wands. I've probably explained that really badly, but whatever you want to manifest, it's going to happen. It's already happened. You've already manifested it. You're just moving towards it right now. And yeah, it might seem like a lot, but look at all this abundance. Look at all of this beauty. Look at all of this life and gorgeousness. It's already there. So you've had to work for it, because everything worth having, it's, you know, it's not even really enjoyable unless you really work for it half the time. So that's what I'm getting as the messages. And then emotionally, what's happening on the surface? What are you projecting? Oh, excuse me. Two of Swords and the Moon. So here, I mean, these are just all moon cards. I mean, you've got the Chariot for the underlying energy as well. This is all to do with the moon. This is all to do with balance. Even the water's here in the shape of a moon. It's to do with tides. It's to do with tides coming in. It looks to me like this water is like about to come in towards this woman and surround her. Not overwhelm her. She's actually very, very, very much in balance. This is obviously to do with the moon that is happening right now. This is also the card of Pisces. So we've got some very strong, and to me it's always a sign of Cancer, the crab as well. And this is the card of Cancer. And this eclipse is happening, this moon is happening in the sign of Cancer. So it's very, very powerful for the emotions. It's all to do with, it's going to cause a lot of reactions with people. And on the surface, I think everyone watching this knows what a big deal it's going to be. Look how huge the moon is. It's stuck between these two things as well. And I'm seeing them as like these little 11s, but they're also towers. So it could, some people might feel like they're almost going a bit crazy. Some people might feel like they're barking at the moon in terms of like they are wanting something that they are thinking, maybe I can never have it. Other people are thinking, are you ever going to get it? Some people are really, really going for it obsessively, acting a bit crazy. And then other people are still stuck down here in real kind of pessimism. This is just symbolic of all the different emotions and thoughts that are being brought up by the moon. But there's a stalemate, so some people are going to feel like they really, really don't know what to do, can't really move, because actually, just as I was shuffling, two cards popped out. They weren't meant to be part of the deck, but they did want to be acknowledged. One was the Chariot, and the other one was the Eight of Swords, which was the card that remained in the box as I started to do the Divine Masculine reading. And whenever a card stays in the box, for me, that's always a special message. So also Divine Feminine really, really wants to move forward and make progress, but doesn't really know how as well. So there's a lot of conflict there. And that's what's being expressed here as well. There's a bit of a stalemate, a bit of a lack of balance. There's balance and then there's imbalance. There's stalemate and then there's all of this stuff going on at the same time. So it's kind of like a paradox. This is a paradoxical moon, but it's a very, very powerful one, and it's subtle. It's very, very subtle. A lot of movement is actually happening. A lot of movement, because this guy's going straight ahead. So whatever needs to happen from this moon is going to happen. But it's also a moon of contrast. It's a moon of contrast. It's a moon of paradoxes, seemingly impossible kind of... What's that word? Is it dichotomy? Yeah, it's a dichotomy. So things that seemingly cannot coexist, because they might seem like they're kind of diametrically opposed. They do coexist, and that's kind of like the whole balance of life, isn't it? I mean, we live in a dualistic 3D world where it's all this very delicate balance of energies that makes anything possible. So if it looks like nothing is happening on the surface, if it looks like absolutely nothing is happening on the surface, don't forget that there's all of this stuff coming in, and it's being drawn in by this moon. So just try and remain balanced, as many people are trying to do, and acknowledge all these other parts of yourself as well. Is another message that I'm getting from that. And that's what's this is all stuff that's gonna come to the surface of your mind. And a lot of people want to get a lot of things from this moon. Some people want balance, some people want all sorts of different things. So that was a rather long message about the moon and how it's going to affect the emotions. And the emotions is also the sacral chakra, so lots of stuff is going to happen there. That's the chakra of water. Water is the element for that. So basically there is a lot of balancing that's going to happen, but loads of purging. Emotionally, you know, maybe it's going to be very intense for some people. Energetically, what have we got? We've got the Princess of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. So striving towards success, striving in some small way. Some people have already made like some real victories and are being celebrated. And that's what you're experiencing in your outer life as well. And it's what you want to start doing. Some people are projecting an image of more success, even though they're just starting out as well. Because this is the Page energy. But it is definitely a start. It's definitely a start. And I'm seeing the potential. You also, even though you're just starting out, you see the potential for great, great, great success in whatever it is that you want. And the Temperance card has come out yet again. And this is, it's always been a twin flame card for me as well. And this is to do with, there's a lot of movement happening with the energies, whether that's your prana, which is like the life force energy, the airs that you breathe and that keep you going. It's almost like ki in kind of Chinese medicine sort of thing. It's prana in yoga, but that's what's kind of moving around the body. And it's because there's a lot of energetic changes, so that's why it's all moving around. It's the nadis, like the subtle energy channels that kind of make up the subtle body. There's 72,000 nadis in the body, and the nadis, when they intersect, that's what creates chakras. So there's 7 major chakras within the body, which most people know, but there's actually like way more than that. I think there's like 112 or something within the body, and then there's a couple outside as well. But that's neither here nor there. Basically, there's a lot of changes, there's a lot of movements, there's a lot of things getting unblocked. These changes in surges of energy I'm seeing around these kind of psychic energy pathways. It's going to create some imbalances, but it's in order to in order to unblock things, and it's all divinely guided. This is an angel. It's a being of light, which is basically, it's a being of pure energy, which is going to be working with your, you know, it's almost like a representation of you, almost, I want to say evolving. It's an actual upgrade of the energy system. It's, you're going to kind of step in more into this kind of grand, this kind of energy, this much more kind of divine, high vibrational energy. I'm seeing all the colours of the rainbow, which of course are the colours of the chakras as well, ranging from red at the bottom to orange to, you know, yellow, green, indigo, violet, you know, whatever. So that's very much to do with ascension. It's very much to do with the chakra system, the energy system, upgrading, and lots of movements happening. That might cause a lot of ascension symptoms for a lot of people. So, you know, don't get too freaked out by that. Take it easy and rest. Very powerful time for the Divine Feminine. As well as the Four of Wands, which is a twin flame card, and Temperance, which is to me a twin flame card. You've also got the Two of Cups, which is, you know, also obviously a twin flame card. So here we've also got the symbol of the Kundalini rising, the two twin snakes of the two nadis, the Ida and the Pingala nadis, the solar and the lunar nadis, with the Sushumna in the middle. And this thing at the top, which is almost like a card of enlightenment. This is very much symbolizing how the belief of many people watching these readings that uniting with the twin flame is going to lead to a sense of enlightenment and ascension. And that's at the forefront of many, many people's minds, especially at this time of the eclipse. And it's interesting how we've got a twin flame card here and a twin flame card here, like really kind of flanking the reading, really. People might want to manifest that very, very quickly, but in actual fact, it's happening much more slowly than that. Like the progress is many people might feel that it's already here, and they are mentally feeling that they're already in union in the higher realms. Some people are already in union, and those people as well, like their journey is still unfolding slowly. So I'm being told, like, don't worry about time frames. Easier said than done. But it's important to just do the work, because the progress is happening, and it's happening at its own pace. I'm seeing also a lot of focus here, so it's very much about the mission. It's about what needs to be done. But people are more interested in kind of the bliss of it all, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just underlying it's hard work is all that the message is. So lots of success happening to do with energy upgrades, lots of emotions and emotional transformation and emotional movement. I'm getting a very, very powerful energy from this, the emotional and the energetic aspects more than anything. This is also to do with grounding, of course, these two cards. This is all about all of the hard work. All of the hard work is to get this in the 3D, whoever this is with, whether this is with the twin or with a soulmate. It's kind of the aim, the plan is to get it with the twin, whoever the twin may be. But it's, people are feeling very, very burdened in the physical world right now, but it's to do with these conflicting ideas and emotions. Conflicting thoughts, conflicting emotions, because the thoughts and emotions are obviously linked, but this is all meant to happen. This is all part of the path. I'm seeing the path. The chariot always goes on the path. There might be water on the path because it's an emotional, this is the emotional kind of aspect, but it's all on the path. And the underlying energy is hard work. It's the 8 of Pentacles. So some people might even feel like they are, you know, being forged in the fires of the furnace at the moment, but it's just to make you all shiny and new and abundant and powerful and strong by the end of it. And you know, you're going to be like this shining star, this shining example of all the twin flames are. This is what's going on here. So hard work and intensity is going to forge, you know, you can only cut a diamond with another diamond, because, you know, that's how tough the diamond is. It needs something of equal toughness, of equal force or whatever being applied to actually be able to cut it and create that brilliance, so that it can, you know, refract whatever light is around it and really shine from within, because that's what diamonds do. That's where they get their fire and their sparkle from. And that's what's happening to a lot of divine feminines at the moment. And you are just going to be this beautiful shining diamond by the end of it. And you've got all these beautiful cards, the 2 of Cups, the 4 of Wands in your reading, and the Temperance card as well. So yeah, good stuff. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thanks, lots of love, bye.